Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born February 17, 1963 in Brooklyn, New York, but grew up in Wilmington, North Carolina. Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team as a sophomore for being undersized. By his junior year, Jordan grew 4 inches and was a McDonald's High School All-American his senior year. In 1982, as a freshman at University of North Carolina, Jordan was awarded ACC Freshman Player of the Year and scored the game-winning shot to win the NCAA National Championship.
Michael Jordan had the ability to will himself to victory.
His junior year, Jordan was awarded Naismith College Player of the Year and was drafted 3rd overall to the NBA by the Chicago Bulls. Before his NBA rookie season, Jordan started for the 1984 U.S. Olympic team, which was made up of all amateurs, and won the gold medal. In the NBA, Jordan was named Rookie of the Year. He soon became one of the NBA stars with prolific scoring and his leaps in the air, which earned him the nickname Air Jordan.
His ability to just go from the foul line and dunk the ball was something that was just extraordinary. It just opened up the entire field of play. It added an excitement it hadn't had in a very long time, the sport of basketball and the NBA.
In the 1991 season, with Phil Jackson coaching the Bulls for the 2nd year, Jordan finally led Chicago to the national championship. Jordan's stats and the Bulls improved every year, and the Bulls continued to win championships 3 years in a row. In 1992, Jordan was captain of the U.S. Olympic team, this time with all professional players. The Dream Team, as they were called, won the gold medal with ease.
He became an international ambassador of basketball abroad. So much so that in the generation after Jordan, what we've seen is that kids who grew up worshiping Jordan in places like Germany, places like Italy, have now started to become NBA stars. And it is all due to Michael Jordan internationalizing the sport of basketball.
On July 23, 1993, Michael Jordan's father, James Jordan, was murdered and robbed. His body was not found or identified until weeks later. Devastated by this, Michael Jordan retired from the game of basketball, satisfied with his accomplishments and the fact that his father saw his last game.
When his father died, that was tragic. It was so sad, and you could feel his pain.
In 1994, he tried playing his father's sport, baseball, when he signed a minor league contract with the Chicago White Sox AA team, the Birmingham Barons. However, with 17 games left in the 1995 NBA season, Jordan returned to the below-average Bulls. His returning game broke TV rating records. In the 1996 season, with Jordan back, the Bulls won even more games in the regular season than in the 3 championship years of the early 90s.
He did things on the basketball court that nobody had ever seen before.
Jordan brought the championship trophy back to Chicago, becoming the first player ever to win the NBA Finals MVP 4 times. He repeated that win in '97 and '98, while leading the Bulls to another 3-peat championship.
6 championships in a row. That is phenomenal.
Jordan's ability on the court transcended sport as he became a pop icon.
Michael Jordan was an important figure not only as the greatest basketball player of all time, but perhaps the greatest salesman of all time. Here was a guy who kind of single-handedly built up the Nike empire with the Air Jordan.
He's become that good, he's become that great, and people will remember him. I mean, he hasn't played for years, and there's still little kids rushing to the store to buy his new shoe, the new Air Jordan.
In January of 1999, Jordan again announced his retirement from professional basketball, only to return a year later as part owner and president of basketball operations for the Washington Wizards. In 2001, he gave up his ownership in order to return a second time to play the game he loved. That season, Jordan passed Wilt Chamberlain with the 3rd most career points. He averaged 30.1 points per game and led the league in that category for the 10th time, also a record. At the end of the 2003 season, Jordan retired for his 3rd and final time.
He's considered the standard for not just basketball, but for professional sports, period.